making my brain work. I'm gonna have to support the right way to play it, right? I'm gonna have to. I can't go against Existence, although kind of feel Draken might win. But we'll see. We'll see. I want to be wrong. I'd like to see Draken go through because I think it's fun. I really like Eccles. I think they're, you know, a great bunch of players. Seeing Ocelot having to play deeper into the tournament is always a delightful prospect.
Right.
But okay, so my brain says Existence, my heart says Draken.
So are you going with your brain here?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go Team Draken. I think Eccles and crew, they're gonna pull it off. We're going to start things off, though, with your attacking squad. It's Patitek working with ocelote. Mr. Ocelote, Carlos, we've seen him in League. What can he do in Valorant for you today? In the quarterfinals, teammate picked off, traded out, though, and Carlos now about to have a one-on-one against Kryptix.
Ooh, Eccles going to find it first, though. So, again, site take in progress. Looks pretty solid so far, and I don't know how much work Existence can actually get out of this. The frenzy's fantastic, but that's a good start. That's a step on quite a long ladder. Get some more information. Switching up to the Ghost. Going to push towards the site. Does he have his buddy beside him? He does. Sova's still there, so it is a 2v3 retake. Certainly possible, but the shot had to land. And it looks like Carlos, with a safe pair of hands, locks it out, and the attackers going to pick up round 1.
Good stuff here for Team Draken. Love to get that money in the second round. Where do they put it to use is the question. Do you continue to hit the site with all 5? Or do you spread out and just look for the long-range picks? Eccles is going to go up to the Bulldog. We do have a Phantom purchase, so look for Patitek. If his body drops, someone is going to be jumping on that AR.
I'm also looking at Draken if he goes cheap to try and get on the operator sooner. Obviously known for his Counter-Strike operator skills, or ping skills, should I say. It looks like he's gone on the buy, so not opting for it this time around. So, you know, not going full Wardell approach of skip funding until I can get the operator.
Right.
And we do see the A-lean, but so when I talk about defaults, we are seeing this somewhat on the attacking side here. You've got a 3-player lean towards A where they want to head, and 2 players kind of holding back. Now they're there to catch this information of a mid-push. Now whether or not they find that is yet to be seen, and they have. So that's a perfect example of the attacking side pulling a default. Draken. Almost. So what that essentially does is keep you safe. Yes, you're still progressing towards a site. You're still sending 3 of your players towards A, but you're controlling the back lines. You're making sure that a cheeky little, you know, 3 or 4 stack creeping down middle ain't going to catch you off, and it didn't. So that's a really good example to come out from Draken's squad of just good fundamentals.
Solid fundamentals and great shots from the brim. Now sitting on 4 kills as Patitek putting that AR to use. And I feel like now you got to show up in a big way if you're Existence. You didn't get a single kill, so the money is totally flowing for your opposition. You need to even that out now and keep as many players up as possible. They went for the triple stack on A, trying to get aggressive on the defensive end, leaving their Cypher, that's going to be Kryptix, all alone over at the C site versus the Spike Carrier as well as the Jet.
And again, from Existence's team, I expect defensive side aggression. And this will spur on the hit towards C. They've lost control elsewhere. If Kryptix buys time, they're in trouble, though. That's excellent. The follow-up onto Bonkar. Couldn't quite make it onto the 3rd, but 2 is more than enough. This puts that attacking squad under so much scrutiny. Jet and Brim have to pull off a 2v3. It's possible, but it's not easy without that bomb being down. But it looks like Draken's going to try and make some moves here.
Big fight through the smoke, and Draken is going to find the first headshot. That evens it up to a 2-on-2. Sage and Sova still up, and Spike not planted. So they're taking their time on the defense. Amandine slowly working her way back to the middle. Meanwhile, you have the Sage waiting in the back CT. We will see the Spike being planted by Team Draken, and here is a big battle. Does she check the corners, or is this a free one for Patitek? And yes, it's Amandine who is going to clean it up. Now a 2v1. Draken needs to clutch, already with 3, looking to make this the 2v4 clutch. Can he pull it off?
Spike planted the swing, and luckeRRR just too good. It was a really good attempt from Draken. I loved the knowledge, the way he played that. You couldn't really win a situation. I think it was like a 2v3 at that point, arguably a kind of a 1v3 because the other player was very disconnected. So for Draken to succeed there, he had to pull away one of these players. A 2v2 is very manageable. 3v2 not so much. So that instantaneous aggression to the defensive side towards CT was perfect. That's exactly how you want to play that out. And these sort of small pieces, even though they lost a round, he almost clutched it out. So we're going to have a very good game here, I feel. Already, that triple stack on A-Long, I don't know if they worked it out, because they do have a Cypher, and the Cypher cam notoriously does peek towards A-Long, so they might fight this. That A-Long fight could be huge.
I like the glass cannon coming out of Lucker. He's going to be looking for the window at the start, but they're all stacked up at A, and the battle is going down. Kills being traded back and forth, and it's just 2 left for Team Draken. Patitek working alongside his Cypher, and pipsoN is going to find a 3rd down long. So this Cypher in some deep trouble here, Pansy.
Yeah, feeling very alone, but could potentially find some individual 1v1 fights, and that's exactly what they're looking for. So Bonkar, see if there's any information to be had. If he gets a clean fight against Breach, then we have a real game. And he's actually fallen off this. So this is, I don't mind this from Breach. He should go around. It should allow a bit of time. Bonkar's heard this, and this opens up a route. Bonkar now knows a little bit more information than he should do. And Sage could be dead in the water. Bonkar's got no idea. Literally behind each other, ring around the rosies. But Breach is very vulnerable. pipsoN's dead. pipsoN's dead all day long. Bop, down he goes. Right. No ults. Nothing yet to work with. But imagine this. Sage ain't going to push on their own. They need to wait for support. And it's an operator on retake. Suddenly, Bonkar's gone from a bad situation into he might do this situation.
Trying to clutch the 1 versus 3. Playing around his cage, spots information. 1-2, and Bonkar is good for the clutch. Very impressive. I thought this was going to be a round that for sure was going in favor of your defense, but as you said, got it down to a 1 versus 1, slipped past that Sage, and once he picked up the kill in heaven, it was all his control as Bonkar played this one aggressively to defend the spike, and it worked out.
If Bonkar's smart enough to realize priority targeting, right, you just heard that operator shoot, instantly swings back on it to get the kill as well, because he knows that operator can't shoot for the next, what, couple of seconds? It may not even be a couple of seconds, but...
Feels like 3. Feels like 3 to 17 seconds.
Yeah, that's beautiful to me. And again, let's kind of take stock of this. The Existence team economy is going to be garbage, so we're going to be down to just the very light purchases. So you're going to be looking at having just kind of pistols, maybe shotguns, nothing too much. And again, the checklist for having a good round here for Draken squad, keep it clean. 5 alive, don't lose out on players needlessly. Like that. Don't do that. Don't start losing out on players needlessly, because suddenly you're going to be in a bit of trouble.
Draken with the pistol. Finding 2, it looks like Amandine taking heavy fire, will survive with just 41 health, but that spike planted at B. You've got 4 players stacked up around it, and this is going to be a tough retake, which is 2 left. I'm looking through. What weaponry does Existence have? Yeah, he's just on the Sheriff, so this was going to be a difficult round. They knew it to start, and it's definitely going to play out that way. A flawless round for Team Draken. They're now improving to 4-1 after the first 5 rounds.
I'm a little worried about Existence's retakes as a team. So when you're on the attacking side, you kind of look at it this way. Getting to the site and getting the spike down is all about teamwork, kind of strategy. Traditionally, it's the way you want to look at it. Holding the afterplant is about individual, aim, that capability. You play it out a little bit more. Obviously, you want crossfires and such. I'm a little worried, pound for pound, that we're seeing Draken squad just kind of outdo Existence's team here. Now, again, this could be early days. Maybe I'm reading too much into it early on, but those afterplants and those kind of retake scenarios have been going pretty poorly. Again, though, aggression on a long Sova going walkabouts. I love that breach flash we saw down there on that initial trade. But while all this happened, we have seen the attacking side take over mid-control. So you already have Phoenix pushed up, and they aren't actively playing too close towards B. Just, well, they've got Sage's wall there. They can leave it a little bit freer in other ways. And honestly, if I was on the attacking side, if I was Draken's team, I'm avoiding C. If you've got one of the better players of Cypher there, I ain't moving that way. I'll take over mid-control instead.
I gotta give credit to Ocelot. Using his flashes, he has taken over mid 2 rounds in a row here. Really opening things up at the B-bomb site. Where does he move from is the question. And will they be able to find pipsoN, who's been lurking in the back? Here's the battle. He flashes himself. So pipsoN flashed is going to be costly, as Carlos is going to be able to take over back control. Op out for Draken. He's going to be watching the push from A. C does have a pinch coming, but luckeRRR's going to have a really tough time pushing through this.
again, retake time. Let's see if any damage comes in. 3 players they had 4 to start with. Draken finds 1. That's good. Kryptix and luckeRRR combining to remove some players away from the site with his ultimate.
Uh-oh!
Where did that just go? Draken just drew around the Sova. Res comes out. Eccles is going to have to go clutch, and Bonkar's doing it all. That's 2 huge lineups, and that hasn't even played in that final play. You can see Kryptix has been found, and it's all down to the breach. pipsoN, good luck, my friend. It's not feeling so hot right now.
Looking for his second death of the round. And he will be found. Eccles holds strong with the headshot on that Phantom, and he is going to celebrate at the end, bringing his teammate back, keeping that 2,900 in the hands of Patitek. Whew. Yeah, that's tough.
This is good. No, I like this. Like, we're seeing Bonkar being pretty nuts. Like, I'm happy to see that. That's a big, check on my list. Kryptix is fine, but he hasn't been played in much. They haven't really hit C too many times on a full purchase. Again, let's see if they keep this clean. Let's do the checklist. And sadly for Ex6TenZ's squad, because it's MR12, not, the traditional Counter-Strike version of things, they can't play it out that late. You don't get that many rounds to play with. So they have to start winning out until these small moments. Okay, get a gun away. Get 2 guns away. Use kind of your abilities to equal the playing field. luckeRRR.
Ooh!
Gotta
love the shorties. Sorry, Pansy. Every time I see that $200 execute a kill, I get pumped up. Draken's gonna have to dodge this one, and perfectly placed by the pipsoN. Flash is there. Easy kill on the Jet. Was spotted with the Cypher camera. And we're gonna see Spike still yet to be planted. Nice flank coming through, though, as Kryptix is gonna be all alone looking for his teammate's weapon on the ground. But it's just a Marshall. This is going to be another incredibly tough retake. A shorty on Kryptix means he's got to be within 5 meters. And this Sova, well, it's not the best weapon to have. Frenzy at range is pretty garbage unless you connect on that first headshot.
There goes the radar. No recon bolt going to come through. And you got to feel in a 3v2 like this, ain't going to get much out. Bonkar is the immovable object. This guy's nuts. He's having a game. I mean, happy to see it. I don't think I saw the best of the NIP squad yet, if I'm honest. I've seen glimmers of how well they played. I've got to cast them, I think, as a collective once.
Okay.
They're incredibly good team. They're the ones that play the game as you'd imagine it should be played. They're one of those sort of teams, right? So I want to see more from them, and this is a really nice individual performance from Bonkar. So more from that would be good. Full purchase all around, though. This is a big round for Ex6TenZ's squad, and no boost to start with. Bit unfortunate.
Ex6TenZ is just 1-7 as well. He's playing the A site and just simply wasn't being challenged. Here we go. Amandine is going to open up with the first blood, though. So big kill to start things off for your defenders. Ex6TenZ, trailing by 5 rounds, needs this one to start moving the game back in their favor. And Eccles going to try and sneak up short A. Will be seen by the drone in just a moment. I like this call, though. They hear it coming, simply dodge out. They still have no information.
Feeling the pressure, but no information, calling for support. They do have 3 players present on the correct site, so if it continues to lean this way, they're prepared, but that obviously does mean they're very light on information elsewhere.
Bonkar backing this one out as the Sage is going to be rotating Spike. They're going to remove their presence over at A and start to apply some pressure down the middle. It's going to be their Phoenix. Once again, Carlos leading the charge. He's been very strong with the flashes in front of B. And will that be the target? It looks like, at least for now, that's where they'll set up. pipsoN will be watching the flank, and there is a Cypher trap waiting. If he tries to push through, will be noticed. pipsoN could have 3 here, Lauren. There's the first, second, and will not get the third. Eccles holds strong, but a great start on defense.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to really push on this one, and Amandine should just be able to spam him down. Yeah, Ex6TenZ knows that. He's straight on that. He's not messing around. Left it a little too late. Obviously unfortunate, but when they backed away from long, that little creep play up there was super nice. That was super well handled, very intelligent to retake that territory. And I think this is the first game, especially in like a mixed format. I want to highlight that, obviously this is still an invitational, where we're seeing map control really being sought after as a high priority thing to go for. And I love it. Obviously, that comes along with having someone like, Ex6TenZ and Draken and, some of these players who come from that FPS Counter-Strike background. but map territory is huge. It allows you so much room for these rotations to apply pressure to make it very tricky for some of these. Ooh, not this time. Again, unfortunate. They're struggling on the boosty. Let's go again. Do they get
I'll be
it?
honest. I spent about 6 rounds a game trying to make the same jump every single time. It's not easy. It's not easy. You got to crouch at the perfect time. You got to wiggle a little bit. See the wiggle? One more jump. One more jump.
Wiggle. That's the thing.
A little bonus wiggle. Oh, almost got on top of the hat. Not this time. All right, back over to Lucker. Now, last time we saw him with an op, it was the glass cannon had no shield and simply got melted, as it was the final 1 versus 2 against Bonkar over at the A site. Now, opportunity against the Brim on the opposite side of the map. That, of course, going to be Patitek. Carlos trying to enter in with the flashes, has his jet next to him. Lucker's starting to feel the pressure. It's definitely going to be a C hit here.
You got to hit those. Luck is in so much trouble. What?
Okay.
Draken
That's
just
the one you hit.
swings?
That's the one you hit.
That is something severely wrong here. Kryptix has gone down trying to recover this, and the defensive side are locked out drastically here. Limited info, all that utility is up. You can see the wallbangs going back and forth, desperate for those to hit. But Luck is having no luck, and after that first shot, I'm so surprised that second one was the one he lands. And they're super cautious here around window room, and for a valid reason. There's a double stack towards it. And again, these retakes, they're brutal.
Existence there with the trade. And you're going to see the defense trying to work their way back in, but it's been held. And there's still the Sage walking back CT. So Lauren, at this point, they're just giving it up. Keep the guns. Everyone stay safe over at the A site. And that's got to be a little disheartening. Every time you get a little bit of momentum, Team Draken comes right back and they storm the site. That time it was over at C.
And I'm still amazed that Lucka got away with that. You feel if Lucka was able to kind of maybe get the boost, maybe get that first peak. This is great that obviously you make it up on this, but Draken being picked up is just unlucky in a way. It's not unlucky. It's a very lackluster swing from him, but he just kind of walked out, right? Like that's just how it is. But again, it's Draken. You kind of expect that from the guy. He plays a very kind of fast and loose style. And I want to say as well, like credit to Carlos here, like. He's obviously played League of Legends. The man's not bad at games, but he's not an FPS gamer. But I literally, there's a very start of Valorant, he was in like everyone's DMs. Yo, let's get a game. Let's get a game. Let's play. The man was grinding harder than most of the people I played the game with at the start. Like every single game he was there. Now you can see a little bit of playing through window, utilizing the Phoenix ultimate to get Jet some room here. And well, this time doesn't go so well. Kryptix up on his feet. That's a big pickup. Double claimed. That was the kind of side hit coming in towards C. Those two long players now are very isolated.
And it looks like they may get aggressive after scouting it out with the camera. Bonkar sees nothing. No one behind the back block, but they want to make sure it's clear first. Smoke's going out, and they're going to use the ultimate, investing it in the one angle he could not see. Patitek gets the info, though, as the op is shown. 2 versus 4. You've got to worry. 2 versus 5, I should say. You got to worry about pressure from Garage and, of course, CT. Eventually, though, it's going to be the flank that could cost him with the Sova coming around the back.
It was still Bonkar. I still got nervous. He has information here. Patitek, if he gets one more, I feel he's winning it. He's got it down to a 1v2. This is a tragedy.
No way.
How have they fed this so badly? Patitek could still lose this, but I'd still be pissed. If I was the team on the other side, if I was Existence's squad, I'm mad as hell. He's trying to play the time, and he doesn't even need to. Patitek just battered them. But you can't lose those. You cannot lose those.
Wow. Okay. Lauren, you said retakes might be an issue. Clearly it is 5 versus 2, and you can't get the job done. Solo pushing in and getting punished. You look at the economy now, and they're shattered. Lucker, of course, buying the op of the previous round, going to be dead poor on a classic. Amandine could potentially buy here, but let's take a look at Patitek one more time. After trading out the kills in the back, gets the free peek from the Sage, then the free Cypher, and then another 1v1 as he takes down Amandine on that Sova.
And that's no discredit to the player who clutched it out, but there is no way you win a 1v5 like that, you know what I mean? Like it was a 2v5. And I bet you Existence's heart was just shattering as it happened. Also coming in from Brim, pressure on B, Bonkar solo towards A. So there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And Amandine has to try and come into this and make a nuisance of themselves. Getting the spike dropped to the back of mid might alleviate some of that pressure and force the attack inside a push, which works well for Kryptix.
Kryptix is doing such a great job on this Cypher. Last round opened up with the first 2 picks. Here he is with another C site control. But they've given up Garage, and you can see there's definitely going to be some pressure. The Sage going for the res as Eccles brings Patitek back. Amandine is going to drop Bonkar. So we're staying about even at a 4-on-3, making a 4-on-2 as Kryptix finds a third and a fourth. Big round again from the Cypher. 3 for Kryptix, 3 from Amandine.
Nice. Again, 4-8 feels like a very different scoreline than 9-3 mentally. So we gotta hope for Existence's team get that one on the board. Gotta hope.
This is a nice spot.
And that was a tricky round for Team Existence. They were pretty poor. Could be looking at a 10-2 if they didn't clutch up right there. Now they have a chance of finishing 4-8. It's not a huge win, but a small one and a much-needed one here on Haven. Draken pushing in with the jet ult is going to open up on pipsoN. That took, what, 7 seconds?
Oh, the man is so smart. I missed watching this guy play.
The bait.
He let Jet just, let Jet go off, let the young kids scurry away. I'll find the other 2, the big kills, the important kills, and call it out to my teammate. That is smart play. I love that. That makes me happy. Now, with Patitek getting this much control on C, it's very tempting, of course, for Cypher to come across, but they don't want to rush this information just yet. Bonkar maybe wants to get another pick, potentially. Punish someone over-peaking. That's the name of the game in 2v4s. You're going to try and make the team with the advantageous numbers over-push. So we'll see if that happens. For now, it looks like Patitek's going to win.
Great pinch opportunity. It all comes down to the intro gunfight, and again, it's going to be Kryptix who comes out on top. So Bonkar versus 4, and he is so tagged up, 24 health. This round over as Existence is going to find his 3rd of the round. Let's take a look at the stats if we can. The observers checking in on the numbers. Existence, remember, was 1-6 to start the game. Now improved to 8-8. Kryptix has taken over his role at the top of the leaderboard, 10-9, breaking double digits finally. This was a really rough start here, but now we're switching it up. We're at the half. Team Draken, of course, on defense. Offense, never easy, but if they can get the money, they have an opportunity. And this is how Existence shut things down to finish off the first half.
Okay. That's, fresh minds coming into this. 4-8, it can still change. We'll see. I'm honestly curious to see what they have on attack. I haven't seen that much out of Existence in this game. I haven't been able to cast him too much. So, for me, this is the first time really getting to see what he's doing. Obviously, I know that he's been playing very well in the kind of scrims and the kind of smaller tournaments, so happy to see what he can bring here. Double stack towards window. This could be an information piece if you have someone like Phoenix here. Maybe that flash out if they get some contact in middle, maybe. But at the moment, kind of showing a little towards middle on the attacking side and then backing away. They're taking their time. They're holding somewhat of a default, considering they have their breach over by C long to catch if there's any aggression there. Now, they're starting to lean towards A in a very deep hold towards A. Maybe posturing almost for a retake here. That Brimstone, I don't think you're going to get more than maybe 1 and then fall off anyway.
Sitting in heaven, you're most likely just trying to scout, get that info, do a little bit of damage before retaking with the rest of the squad. And Cypher now getting into position as it looks like the A hit was about to come in. Sova scouting out first. Amandine challenging Patitek, and Patitek's going to open it up with the first kill of the second half. Team Draken, 40 seconds left to hold.
Information found for ocelote, though. He's heard the steps. He knows they're coming. The bounce off luckeRRR. Just bunny hops over it. Okay. Okay, fair enough. I mean, no misinformation at least. They definitely know where these players are now, or they've got a great idea. They're back in towards middle. So you're going to see Draken now put under pressure. Plenty of players coming through. Kryptix instantly checks it. Not going to fall for that. Eccles this time now. Eccles has been a bit quiet for me. I want to see a bit more from this man, if I'm honest. But still, Spike could be on the C site, and that's going to be planted any second.
Bonkar and Eccles left in the 2 versus 4, and they're going to see Patitek get the first. Eccles is going to find Kryptix, so now this is manageable. You got a breach down C, and of course, the Sage playing tight around Garage. And luckeRRR is going to have to back out of there. Information taken by pipsoN. They're just playing time here, Warren.
Yep. Wind that clock down as much as possible. Falling off the site, trying to draw the players in. They ain't falling for this one. There we go, back on the spike. Spamming away. Can the breach do anything to hinder this? No. Eccles stops it before it starts. Diffuse comes in. Defenders pick it up, and well, it's not how you wanted this to go if you want it to be a more extended game.
Patitek with a nice round. Had the opening kill on Amandine down long A. Of course, staying alive and playing it nice and slow with Eccles. We said we weren't really impressed with Eccles because he hasn't done anything flashy, but look at these numbers. 12 and 6 on another Bulldog buy, so expect some easy kills coming in as your opponent has no body armor. Eccles could really pop off, especially if he's playing C alone.
Certainly could. He's capable, but I expect a bit more. You know, you hold these people to a very high standard when they come in with a reputation of being one of the best in, you know, in Europe. You gotta hold them to a high standard. Speaking of high standard, Draken and this gun, I can imagine, will reach ridiculous highs, of course, on the jet. And how many of us have started becoming impressed with these kind of sniper-esque players? It's the same old, same old. It's always the ones that get the attention when it comes to it. But
it's the noisy gun. You gotta love it.
It is. Oh, this is a cheeky little camera setup. This is what I guess you can expect when you get someone like Bonkar playing, who definitely knows what they're doing. They understand it. You can see them trying to play it off the back of that drone. It's nice, but Bonkar's got the information. But what can he do about it now?
Bonkar waiting for Patitek on the flank. And now they've got everybody stacked up at the A site. This is going to be an all-out brawl through the smoke. Carlos is going to find the first on Existence. Draken not with the best weapon to attack here. It's the Marshall, but he makes it count. Body shot on pipsoN. Patitek's going to find a third, and there is Draken again. Marshall making its presence felt, and he's going to get a sheriff as well. So you got just a $1,900 class here for Draken, but he can do damage with both of these weapons.
Wait, I just realized it's like Sheriff and Marshall is, you know, it's like a combination, and it's a Scout and a Deagle.
Mm-hmm.
You're funny, Riot. What the hell? Tenhead. Yeah, Draken, I mean, this gun, I feel like this gun just suits him, right? It's like a more powerful Scout almost. Like, it just stylistically works for the dude. It scares me. Now, the purchase, of course, is going to be better for the attacking squad in this round, but I want to see if maybe we see that defensive squad try and do something a bit cheesy, a little bit naughty on that, and just try and make these kind of, you know, lesser weapons work somehow. Sticking
with the Marshall. Now you got to hit the headshots, though. There's no, I guess, body armor disadvantage. Bonkar's going to answer back with the Sheriff through the wall on Existence. So, bit of a lucky shot there as he connects, spots the Sage, and there will be no more aggression on A, at least for the moment. A flank opportunity, though, for Carlos. 2 players around his left corner.
Could be juicy. 1, 2. Oh,
he's so good with his Spectre, Warren. I'm really impressed by his Phoenix getting so close to be able to put this weapon to use. Kryptix is going to answer back on Eccles. Now we look at the numbers. You just got your Breach and your Cypher left for Team Existence. Draken still with 2 up of their own as Bonkar finds pipsoN. This is going to be so tough for the last Cypher. Kryptix making his way up C, but that spike across the map, he's just trying to save the weapon at this point, I assume.
I don't know what else there would be to do, if I'm honest. Like,
go hide in CT, have a dance party.
Pretty much. Ocelote, how did he push up mid like that? I'm trying to, like, roll my mind back to this. I guess they lost another play in doing something similar, but for him to get to that position and knock down the bomb, it's very impressive. And the problem is, 31 HP, you ain't gonna win it. Ocelote, incredible round. Great positioning. You know, again, lesser weaponry, converts it, takes away something like, you know, the big boy gun, the operator. Beautifully done. That's what I want to see, though, from these teams on those kind of lighter purchases. Get creative. And obviously, you know, some of these teams will be way more capable of doing it. But, again, this is still a mixed team. But to make that happen in this environment, really, really cool. Find ways to make those rounds count. You know, obviously, pound for pound, you ain't gonna win, but still, it's good to watch. 11-4. How is this a commanding scoreline?
It's a blowout right now. I feel like all of the clutches have gone in favor of Team Draken so far, and they continue to apply the pressure. You can see Draken is closing in on Amandine, who's just taking her time scouting out long A. There is a bit of a rotation to the right, though. So 3 players going to be spotted as the first 2 are dropped. Draken finally traded out with that Marshall in the back end, and they will pick up his AR. Now, though, a 3 versus 4. You still have Spike. You can still do some damage right here. Plenty of time to work with. As I say it, that is a filthy shot at range from Patitek dropping pipsoN. Now you're in trouble.
Yeah, definitely trouble on the horizon. Existence not known for the martial ability, but look at this cam. It's so nerdy, dude.
I've never put it up here. I assume he's doing the box jump to get it out the way at this height. Very strong play.
It's really damn nice.
And I mean, you have so much to work with right now. And I just wonder, what is the plan for the attackers? Amandine about to be spotted in this brim. Just waiting. Patitek finds another. Kills traded out, but Bonkar's been waiting patiently for the moment and finally gets the kill to finish off the round. 12-4. We are on map point. Remember, it's a best of 3. This will be the first one for Team Draken, and definitely an exclamation mark on their tournament so far.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big statement. This feels pretty decisive, but again, how deep are these map pools? How much have they been able to play it? I don't know. This was Draken's choice, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it's like, I'm looking at like, where's the mid control here? There's a lot of questions around this, but for now, let's look at this aggression. Draken's going walkabouts down C. They just want the fight, and they're going to get it. Straight 1-for-1, pound for pound. It's going to be Draken. And again, the support of ocelote. It's absolute murder. Draken's just going to put the cherry on the cake, and it's just perfect. The man played it well, absolutely, throughout that game.
I feel like that's a spike rush finish right there from Draken. It's the race to the top of the leaderboard. Draken with the 4K in the final round.